Mother Britain, and it begins with an epigraph from an unpublished novel by Mina Loy. This mother is a Briton, colonizing the alien attributes of her marriage. Her marriage, the appropriation of an alien property. These so unserviceable rooms are her dominions, just so much of her grandeur. The higgledy-piggledy contents of the cupboards, her national reserves, she guards it and gloats to herself. This is not your England.
Finders keepers.
Budgering the mind blank through millstone and wheel grease.
Rolls Royce. Mother's pride. Cocky little bleeders.
The typecast, cast in bronze, launch arrowheads or bear an alien wind to set your house alight. High gates and low grates for the ungracious.
High risers. Anti-climb paint. Everyone's a winner.
Mother Britain, the savages are coming with their cow-toe indolence to suffer your cream teas.
Got any Veras?
Put them back in the foundries before they develop a taste for it.
Old Mother Hubbard, buckle my shoe.
You should have boiled them in oil on the white cliffs of Dover.
Churchill's floodgate, colonial belly.
You are stuck here, the television antenna, a boy in a paddock waving at a passing train.
Chav wagon, Brucey bonus.
The edges of tabloid newspapers.
Landed the lotus eaters, jobbos for asbos, ragheads and toe rags.
They hook themselves around your knees. No, this is not your England.
Think they own the place.
That turgid arteriole of traffic running north to south.
Clickety-click.
Breeds a slow choke on the greenbelt in satellite town after town.
Good fences make good neighbours.
No neighborly smile awaits you in Luton. The Pakistanis hobble about with waxen faces, avoid your bonfires by averting their eyes.
Where's a bloomin' tea cosy?
Let us consider a lively South Hall Diwali.
Pint of pride, heart of the bull, Sing Street, slitty eyes.
How the natives drag their goat tails round in dances to amuse the sufferers at the Brilliant, smiling at you, their lady in roses and lace, the waiters mem-sahibing nauseous kormas in small brass cauldrons.
Jammy Dodgers, pig in a poke.
Clever little girl, little Indian. Little wonder you love the jolly golly, clowning a grin of sugar and blood, that is, until he puts his hand out for a tip.
Pay peanuts, get monkeys.
Or picks up his whip.
What the dickens? What the crippins?
And drives you screaming to the foaming Tiber to drown yourself in better eras gone.
180!
Florals are in.
Torysaurus, tombola pims.
So are heavy nightgowns, pregnancy, one-egg cake recipes, austerity measures of gin.
Hey diddle diddle.
Weren't you all drinking it in secret, carrying on in private?
More tea, vicar. Just a little nosegay.
Then popping out to the front gate to wave at buses of school children.
UK, MP, BBC, BNP.
Baking in triplicate with shredded suet, offal and sweetmeats. Pies acrid with uric kidneys, passed through dead fingertips into flour and salt and milk.
Cheerio, go home, wogs.
That was your England. Before the duggard folly of old women in raincoats and round-heeled shoes.
Our kind versus their kind.
Before the tally of empty houses was a childhood trick.
Only the cat looks at the king.
Before you could remember the sound of rationed foods entering the kitchen.
Fight night, curry club, one for the bishop.
Before the socks of the grammar school girls shone like fresh paint.
Leaves on the line.
You were born into a dying England. In 1915, the British Raj culled a temple of protesters and strung them up like dogs. What do you think of that?
Shrouds have no pockets.
That slight shoves you off the sidewalk now, makes you redundant, marries your sons.
Immigrant counterfeit, blood clot, whoops-a-daisy.
Would it interest you to know that my grandmother, a pious woman of Lahore, refused England's green shores lest the shadow of a Gentile fall on her.
Giant Albion.
The thought of you turned her stomach, of you and your beloved queen.
Bulldog spirit, hokey cokey.
So have your hog roasts,
2 fat ladies,
your EDL marches,
Gandhi family,
your reptile glances,
Kipling haunted,
your polite prejudices,
Thatcher banjacks,
your charity balls,
Rob Peter to pay Paul,
your 50s revival tableware,
Fortnum and Mason,
your tea towels suck up to the congenitally ignorant royal wedding,
Kate Middlebrow, Willie the Conqueror,
your 11th hour cocktails and heraldic teaspoons,
shovels and spades, devil's creatures,
the embers of your empire swallowed whole like red coals by the exceeding ex-dominions,
spare the rod and spoil the child, God save the Queen,
your welly-wanging contest,
God save the Queen,
your spot the German,
God save the Queen,
your blasted England.